Hello YouTube, happy Sunday, and today I'm going to give you guys an update on the portfolio and what I bought on Friday as a DC investor. So grab your cup of coffee or beverage of your choice. JL, you're having some tea, I know that. So I already have my coffee, and we're going to talk a little bit about SCHD because the ex-dividend date is coming up this week. So definitely excited about that. And then I'm also going to show you the portfolio performance on the Fidelity website. So let's start first with the purchases that I made on Friday as a DCA investor. And of course, I started with my one share of SCHD at $26.69. And I've just been buying SCHD on a weekly basis for the past few years. That's why my position has grown so much. And ex-dividend day is coming up right now. So I gotta put up, after I finish recording this video, I'm gonna put the buy for tomorrow, Monday, for the weekly challenge. So I'm gonna buy 1 to 2 shares. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe. 1 to 2 shares that I'm gonna purchase tomorrow. So I'm gonna put the purchase on the Fidelity website right after I finish recording this video. Let me know if you're also doing something similar before ex-dividend day. If you're gonna pick up some more shares, how many shares are you picking up? Maybe that will motivate me to pick up a little bit more also. Then my next purchase was Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J. $20 that I put on Johnson & Johnson. The share price was $149.88. So I put a little bit more, a little bit extra because I saw a nice opportunity in Johnson & Johnson, especially under $150. I think that that's a very nice buying price range. So I really like Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to continue to build it up, even though it's in my top 4 positions, top 4, top 5, which I'm going to show you in the portfolio in a few minutes. But I wanted to buy a little bit extra of Johnson & Johnson. And then my last purchase was S&P 500 index fund. I threw another $10 in there, FXAIX, at a share price of $207.81. Total in purchases $56.62. And honestly, I was gonna throw those $10 into Johnson & Johnson too. But I was like, you know what, let me just throw it into FXAIX. I'm also keeping an eye on Procter & Gamble, which I'll probably talk a little bit about it later on. And if you guys see the full portfolio right here is at under $25,000 once again, at $24,935 in market value. Performance only 9% of unrealized gains, and I got $461 in cash, as you guys can see right here. 1.8% of my full portfolio is in cash right now, and which I am holding right now. Most of it it's on the growth portfolio, about $330, and the remaining 120 something dollars are in the dividend portfolio. So I'm waiting on the growth portfolio. I'm waiting for an opportunity from the stock market so I can buy some more Amazon, Google, and BGT. Those are my top 3 positions, and those are the 3 positions that I want to buy some more of. But mostly I want to buy more Amazon. That's the one that I want to grow a lot more than the other 2 positions, since Google I had invested a very nice amount on the last dip. So if we take a look right here, SCHD is at the very top of my portfolio. Almost 30% of my full portfolio is at 29.99%. 280 shares of SCHD, and my cost is at $26.20. The share price right now is at $26.70, and I got almost 2% of unrealized gains. If we take a look at SCHD right here, in the last 5 days, it's pretty much flat, down 0.74%. In the last month, in the positive 0.45%. Year to date is down 2.27%, as you guys can see right here. This was a very nice opportunity right here. Did you guys buy any right here around April? At the beginning of April, $24.32 in share price. That's definitely a nice opportunity right there. Then in the last year, it is only up 3.17%. And you guys can see that the dividend yield right now is at 3.89% if you pick up any shares right now. And if we go right here into my Google tab, you guys can see that the ex-dividend date should be coming up right now on June 25th and a payment date of June 30th. The estimated dividend per share is going to be 27 cents flat, but most likely it's going to be like a plus or minus. So I think it's going to be a little bit more than 27 cents. Last year they paid 27.5 cents, somewhere around there. I'm going to show you in the stock analysis tab. So I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. That's my opinion. That's my estimated. So hopefully it does pay a little bit more than 27.5 cents. But people are thinking, or they're giving the estimates that it's going to be a little bit less than last year. So if we take a look in the stock analysis tab, we're going to the dividend. You guys can see that the dividend yield is at 3.89%, payout ratio 57%, dividend growth 16.6%. That's definitely great. And you guys can see that in June of 2024, right here, 27.47 cents. So 0.2747 cents. So that's like 27.5 cents, pretty much. I think it's gonna pay a little bit more than that. Honestly, that's my opinion. But SCHD, definitely my favorite ETF, and I'm just gonna continue to buy more and more. And if we take a look right here, you guys can see that FXAIX is in my top 3 right now because I got 16.3% of gains, 6.4% of my full portfolio, 7.6 shares. I see a lot of you guys investing in JEPQ, which is one ETF that I have, one cover call ETF that I have in my radar, but it's gonna be for the future for myself. I don't want to invest in it right now. But I do like it for the future. That's one position that maybe in the future I'll invest in. I'll sell one position, like maybe the S&P 500 index fund, and then get something like JetQ that has a much higher yield, and then I can use that dividend for income in the future. But as of right now, I still have it on my watch list. I'm not gonna remove it together with SPYI, but JetQ has a lower expense ratio, which is what I really like. I like ETFs that have a lower expense ratio. I don't like to pay the higher expense ratios. So let me know in the comment section your opinion also. And you guys can see all realty income at 33.8 shares. I turned off the drip, so I haven't dripped anything. This position is gonna stay like this until I buy more. The share price is at $57. If it goes under my cost, under $56, then I'll buy some more. But as of right now, I'm okay. I'm just gonna collect the dividend. Johnson & Johnson, as I've told you guys, 10.3 shares, and the share price is at $149. My cost per share $155. I'm 3.5% in unrealized losses right now. Visa is taking a share price dip. It's at $338. That's one that I need to keep an eye on because I really want to build up my Visa position. I only have 4 shares right now. I want to get to 5 shares as soon as possible. So this is one position that I have 22.6% in unrealized gains right now. And I invested in this one not long ago, honestly. That's what it feels like. Feels like I invested in it yesterday. $276 in my cost per share. And I invested like over $1,100 in it. And I was very bullish on Visa, honestly. Bank of America, 28.5%. This is one of my best positions, best performance, 59.7% in unrealized gains. The share price at $45 right now. I bought on the the Silicon Valley bank crash that happened. What was it, like a year and something ago, maybe 2 years ago? That's when I went ahead and I threw a lump sum on Bank of America. I had like some money saved up in my high yield savings account, and I just threw $800 into Bank of America, which it was a great investment in my opinion. But I am going to sell it eventually. I did not invest in it to keep a long term. I did see an opportunity there. Google, 7.4 shares, and I'm only 4.8% in unrealized gains right now. My cost per share is at $158, so Google needs to continue to go down in share price. It's at 166 right now, so I can buy some more. Vici Properties, waiting for it to go under 30. I want to buy some more, even though I bought recently at around 31. But I want to buy a little bit more under 30, 37.6 shares right now. Main Street Capital, 17.6. This one I haven't invested in a while. I need to invest some more into Main Street Capital, but the share price is at $58.08 dollars, and my cost per share is at $39. I invested in this one towards the beginning of when I started investing. That's when my cost per share is so low. Amazon 4.8 shares. I really want more shares of Amazon because I want to hold it long term and then sell it later on. 16.9% in unrealized gains. Starbucks 8.9 shares. VGT 1.2 shares. Another one that I really want to invest in. Procter and Gamble 4.2 shares right now. 11.9%. I only got $600 invested in Procter and Gamble. My cost per share is at 142, and I'm invested in this one some time ago too. If we go right here into Procter and Gamble, I just wanted to go a little bit down, a little bit more. You guys can see that after hours is at $159 flat. I'm hoping it continues to go down, maybe under 155. I know I wanted to buy more under 160, but the PE ratio is still like at 27.2. Forward PE is at 22.98. This is a defensive company, so that's why I want to invest in it, because Procter & Gamble is one of the positions, together with Johnson & Johnson, that I want to hold into retirement. I don't want to sell them. I know that the growth is a bit slow because these are companies that are already put together, like they're already grown so much that they just grow very slowly. So that's why I want to keep it into retirement, so I can then use those dividends to pay off some of my bills, hopefully. So Procter & Gamble, you guys can see here, if we go into the dividends, 2.6% dividend yield right now. Payout ratio is around 67%, so that's not that bad. Dividend growth 6.48%. So that's why what I said before, Procter & Gamble doesn't have like extreme growth, but it continues to grow slowly at a good pace. A company that I want to hold in the dividend portfolio long term. So let's see how it goes. And then if you guys see right here, Coca-Cola is another one that I really want to buy more. I got 18.9% of unrealized gains. I only got $400 invested in Coca-Cola. But the share price right now, I don't know if I can invest in it. It's at $68 right now in share price. I wanted to go down some more. I was buying in the low 40s. If we take a quick look, let's just take a quick look before I end the video. And if we take a look, I think it was in the last year. No, let me open up the last 5 years. And I think this is when I stopped. Let me see. It was like when it went under 40 something dollars. I think it was. I think it was right here in 2023. Wow, was it that long ago that I was investing in Coca-Cola? I know it was going like under $50. Or it was in the low 50s. So yeah, it was right here in 2023. Wow, that was a long time ago. Now that I'm looking at, but yeah, it was in the low 50s. That's when I started buying some more Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO, and then it just went up into the 60s and then 70s. So I have not bought any more Coca-Cola, but it is one company that I also want to hold long term into retirement. And then Tesla and Apple are just very small positions, but I have very nice gains in them. I'm still waiting for Apple. I'm gonna sell eventually because it's only 1.5% of my full portfolio. So I'm just waiting for a nice share price, get some nice gains, even though I got 41% in gains, over $100 in gains in this position. I do wish I bought a whole lot more, but I want to put this money into a higher dividend paying company. And then if we take a look at the Fidelity website, you guys can see that in the last month so far, 1.73% returns in the green. In June alone, I'm still like a 0.3% return. But if you guys see in May, I definitely have very nice returns, 3.43% in returns. In the last 3 months, 0.37% in the green. So I'm underperforming the S&P. The S&P has a 5.74% return. Year to date, I got a 1.5% return, and the S&P got a 2.12% return. So I'm also underperforming. But in the last year, you guys can see that I got a 12.81% return, and the S&P got a 10.5% return. So I'm performing better than the S&P slightly in the last year, which is awesome. You guys can see that $24,936 balance market value. I got $10,254 of gains, which is 69%, but that's with the deposits that I have made along the way in the last year, which is $8,000. So that's still good performance in my opinion. I'm definitely going to continue to DCA. That's what I do every week. And I hope you guys continue to stay tuned, continue to follow the channel, because I'm just going to continue every Friday. I'm going to continue to post, and every Sunday, unless I go on vacation like next week. I'm going to be going to Maryland. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you guys an update on Sunday. I don't think I'll be able to, but let me see. Maybe I'll try something uh, on that Friday before I leave. But definitely gonna enjoy the vacation next week. And then I don't know. Let's see. I also have another vacation planned for August, so I'll let you guys know later on in another video. Maybe in July, I'll let you guys know. All right, everyone, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave your opinion in the comment section. I really appreciate everyone's support. I'm trying to grow the channel a little bit more. And I'm pretty soon gonna do a live. I gotta watch a couple more videos to see how it's done before I try it. And then I hope you guys really support the live, and then I can learn a few things while we go live. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.